Hello, everyone. I just thought I'd pop on and do a real quick little recording about. I have a new spirit guide art that I finished, and also it's Easter weekend, and today is Good Friday that I'm recording this. So I thought I would pop on and say, like, I mention all the time I go to my shaman appointments, and oftentimes I get visitors popping in to give me messages through Michael Shaman. And many times, um, somebody pops in, he goes by Sananda. And if nobody knows who that is, it's one of the fragments of Jesus, but I guess he doesn't really like that name. He has another fragment, I believe, named Yeshua. I could be completely wrong, but I believe we all have fragments. And so does he. So Michael always says that Sananda is the unconditional love of Jesus. So he always pops into my, not always, but he has popped into my appointments a few times. And he reminds Michael to let me know that the second coming is us growing our heart chakras. Like that's it. That's the second coming, is us all growing our heart chakras, you know. Um, so I think that's why one of the big important messages that he always said in his life was about loving each other, is because it's that heart chakra and love energy. So I just wanted to mention that because of the holiday weekend. It's also spring and Ostera and all this other stuff, lots of, you know, eclipses and whatnot going on, all sorts of fun stuff. I will also mention that I have been able to meditate and go out of body and run into Sananda myself. And I mean, when I saw him, he had so much light like emanating from him that it was almost hard to see him. It's like almost seeing just a vague outline of a person with all this light. So, he's definitely an ascended master, but you just feel all the love coming from him. And I think, anyone can do this. Anyone can go out of body. Anybody can astral travel. We do it all the time. It's very natural. We do it when we sleep. So, there's no reason why, anyone watching this could not also do this and have a direct relationship with Sananda or Yeshua or any other fragments that may be out there that I don't know the names of. I also just watched a couple of videos about Christ consciousness to understand it better, because I've seen some, somewhat disturbing posts about people's ideas of Easter and stuff, which I don't want to go into at all. I'm going to probably just go straight into my latest spirit guide artwork. But I did want to just mention that because he said it so many times. Like, remember to tell her that the second coming is our heart chakras growing. And if we can all start, just keep that in our minds and grow that heart chakra, it really is important. Like your third eye doesn't work without a nice big heart chakra. I just don't think, my root chakra is always my issue. So it's almost like they all have to be really working, but that heart chakra has to be bigger and just focus on growing it. And it will make all the other stuff, like your third eye, like probably going out of body and all that other stuff, work better for you as well. So I think it's important. But I thought I'd just pass that on since it's been mentioned to me so many times at my appointments. It's almost like you guys are saving money because you're hearing about what I learn at my appointments. Okay, so I was gonna share my screen and talk about my latest. Sorry, I have too many things open right now, so it's kind of messy. So I did spirit guide art for someone, and it's funny because he has commented on some of these posts on our YouTube channel, saying that he uh, complained about his spirit guides and said maybe I need new ones because he wasn't liking something about his life at the moment. And he heard, the first time ever, he heard one of his guides say, "Well, fine then." And it was a female. So when I looked at his spirit guides, I saw this female. And she's pretty cool. I think she's really cool. She reminded me a lot of Boris Vallejo art. Like, no joke. I think that Boris Vallejo, and if you know who that is, and there's also Frank Frazetta, they do fantasy art, muscular warrior types, dragons, and all this, creatures. And she was flying around. It honestly looked like some place wherever she is. She's riding on this enormous eagle, and the eagle has this harness, and she's got a bow and arrow, and wearing this little metal chest plate type thing. And she's really cool. She's a tough lady, a warrior, and so I think that the person who hired me should make nice with her and keep her as a spirit guide because she'd be really worth having on your team. And I don't know that you can just switch them out anyways. I'm not sure how that works. I mean, I know in the interview with Kathy Forty, she talks about having to have a near-death experience to switch her spirit team. So that's interesting. So I don't know what's all involved with swapping out your spirit team or if it's even a possibility. I have heard that your main guide stays with you for your whole life and that you may have other ones that come and go. I also saw that this person had a purple dragon that was a flying dragon, so I added in the background a purple dragon because it was fitting to this atmosphere of wherever this guide is from. If it's another planet, another dimension that looks like fantasy art, I couldn't tell you, but I was intrigued because I thought maybe Boris Vallejo and Frank Frazetta and those people who do fantasy art are sort of channeling, from this place, or they're remembering a past life, or I don't know, I can't tell you. But of course, anyone who wants to comment if they've been to a place like this or if they've seen these kind of backgrounds with the dragons flying around, the maybe the red skies, other kinds of creatures and warrior types, I don't know where it is. So if anyone has ideas about it, of course, and feel free to comment about your ideas about the fragments of Jesus. How many are there? Do they have many names? Like I only know about Yeshua and Sananda. Are there more? And and your ideas about this heart chakra, and does that resonate? Leave comments below. We'd love to hear from everyone. And so with that, I want to sign off and say have a great and beautiful weekend and celebrate whatever it is you feel inclined to celebrate this weekend. Bye.